Hello students, how are you doing? I trust you're staying safe. Please do continue to stay safe. Today we'll be taking the fourth and fifth topic on our scheme, which is exercises in active voice and passive voice. Exercises in active voice and passive voice. In previous classes, we've been talking about active voice and passive voice. And I remember saying that the voice is in the active voice, the verb is in the active voice when the subject is the performer of the action, or if the subject is the doer of an action. And the passive voice is when the subject is the receiver or the recipient of an action. But today we'll be looking at some exercises on the active voice. So moving on, there are important things you expected to know at the end of this lesson, which is one, you should be able to explain the active and the passive voice. Also, you should be able to attempt exercises on the active and passive voice. To start with the active voice, the active voice. The definition of the active voice is when the subject performs the verb of a sentence. This is when the subject performs the verb of a sentence. The active voice is the most common type of writing. Now, the active voice is used commonly in writing rather than the passive voice. It occurs when the subject comes chronologically before the verb and the subject is the thing doing the action of the sentence. In active sentences, there is little confusion about which words are the subject, verb, and the object. So the active voice is more used, is the most common type, is more used than the passive voice. Using the active voice makes content sound livelier and less formal. It can help you write shorter sentences too. So, in the active voice, the subject or agent performs or causes an action. I remember when I treated the topic on enlightening the active voice, I said there are three steps to be considered in enlightening the passive voice, the active voice. Now we have the first step, which is the subject. The second step, the verb. And the third step is whether the subject is the performer of an action. So in the passive voice, the object of an action appears in the sentence before the action. Compare the committee discourse on the project plan. Now this is in the active voice, and the project plan was discussed by the committee. Now this is in the passive voice. The committee is the subject or the agent. Discussed is the action or verb, and the project plan is the object of that action. Now, this is a sentence example. The committee discussed the project plan. So, first we have to consider which subject is sentence. So, what is the subject in this sentence? The committee discussed the project plan. So, here, the committee is the subject, why discussed is the verb, and the project plan is the object in the sentence. Moving on, so to the main topic of the day, which is exercises on the active voice. Exercises on the active voice. The first exercise is you have to identify the subject, that is the agent, the verb, and the object of the action in the following sentence. Identify the subject, the verb, and the object of the action in the following sentence. Now, this is the first sentence example. My dog loves long walks. My dog loves long walks. First, what is the subject in this sentence? The subject in this sentence is my dog. So what is the verb? Loves. And object is long walks. So the exercise is to identify the subject, the verb, and the object of the action in the following sentence. So in this first sentence, my dog loves long walks. The subject in this sentence is my dog. The verb is loves, and the object is long walks. Another example, another exercise here, the proposal to increase the use of renewable energy sources was reviewed by the committee. The proposal to increase the use of renewable energy sources was reviewed by the committee. Now, in this sentence, the committee is the subject of the sentence. The verb here is was reviewed, while the object is the proposal. Another example, so these are more exercises. Another example, we provide great facilities and the latest equipment to support children in a safe, fun, exciting, and nurturing environment. So what is the subject in this sentence? We. We is the subject of the sentence. Then the next the verb, provide. To provide. To provide is the verb in the sentence. And the last here is object, great facilities and the latest equipment. The object here is the great facilities and the latest equipment. Another example in the section, card holders will not be required to pay an admission fee for their attendant caregiver. Card holders will not be required to pay an admission fee for their attendant caregiver. The subject in this sentence is card holders. Card holders. And the verb is to pay. To pay. The object here is admission fee. So, another example. Another exercise is which of the following sentences use the active voice and which use the passive voice? So now we have to know which sentence is in the active voice and which sentence is in the passive voice. So considering the first sentence, the chicken crossed the road. The chicken crossed the road. So is this sentence the active voice or the passive voice? Now the sentence is the active voice because the chicken, which is the subject, is the performer of the action. The chicken, which is the performer of the action. The chicken crossed the road. So the next sentence down here, the role of Julius Caesar was acted by Orson Welles. The role of Julius Caesar was acted by Orson Welles. Now, is this sentence the active voice or is the passive voice? This sentence is the passive voice. This sentence is the passive voice because of the receiver of the action. Which is Orson Welles. That is what the receiver of the action sentence. So the third is my favorite song is sung by Whitney Houston. My favorite song is sung by Whitney Houston. Now, in this sentence, what is this sentence in the passive voice or in the active voice? This sentence is in the passive voice. Why? Because Whitney Houston is the subject of the sentence, and it is the receiver of the action. So here, the subject is not the doer of the action in this sentence. Rather, the subject here is the receiver of the action. My dad purchased wood to build a new pergola for her backyard. So this sentence is in the active voice. Why? Because my dad here is the subject of the sentence. My dad is the subject of the sentence, and he is the performer of the action. Is the performer of the action. Moving on, the shoes were made in Spain. The shoes were made in Spain. This sentence here is in the passive voice. The sentence here is in the passive voice. So this is a brief chat on the active voice and the passive voice. Sentences with the active verbs and sentences with the passive verbs. The first example, the fox ate the pancakes. The fox ate the pancakes. The pancakes were eaten by the fox. The fox ate the pancakes. Now this sentence example is in simple past tense. It's in the simple past tense. If you recall, I said to form the auxiliary verb that forms the simple past tense are, was, and were. So here, the fox ate the pancakes. The pancakes were eaten by the fox. He is eating dinner. He is eating dinner. This is the present continuous tense. Dinner is being eaten by him. Dinner is being eaten by him. Today, the fox took a test. Today, the fox took a test. Today, a test was taken by the fox. Today, a test was taken by the fox. Many foxes can speak Spanish. Many foxes can speak Spanish. So this is in the active verb. So in the passive verb, it becomes Spanish is spoken by many foxes. Spanish is spoken by many foxes. I made the cookies. I made the cookies. The cookies were made by me. The cookies were made by me. Very few people own pet foxes. Very few people own pet foxes. Pet foxes are owned by very few people. But pet foxes are owned by very few people. You can cook popcorn on the stove. You can cook popcorn on the stove. Popcorn can be cooked on the stove. Now this chart shows the differences between the active voice and the passive voice using different tenses. Now moving on to the next, which is the passive voice. One look at the exercises on the passive. The sentence in passive on the other hand, when the subject is acted by the passive voice talks about when the subject is the performer of the action. But again, passive voice, this is when the subject is acted by the passive voice is always constructed with a conjugate form of that is three verbs plus the verb's past participle. Now this is the formation. This is how the passive voice is formed. Okay, to be verb plus the verb's past participle. Doing this usually generates a preposition as well, which is by. That sounds much more complicated than it is. Passive voice is actually quite easy to detect. So let's move on to exercises on the passive voice. Exercises on the passive voice. The first thing here, the first exercise here is to change these active sentences to passive. The sentences here in the active voice, but we have to change these active sentences to passive. The first year, the government is planning a new road near my house. The government is planning a new road near my house. So, in the passive, it becomes a new road is being planned near my house. A new road is being planned near my house. By the government might not really be necessary, but you can still include by the government. My father built this house in 1943. My grandfather built this house in 1943. This house is built in 1943 by my grandfather. The cleaner has cleaned the office. The office has been cleaned by the cleaner. The cleaner has cleaned the office. The office has been cleaned by the cleaner. The cleaner here is the subject, and the cleaner is the performer of the action. The cleaner cleaned the office. So the cleaner performed the action of cleaning the office. So in the passive voice, it becomes the office has been cleaned by the cleaner. The office has been cleaned by the cleaner. So in the first sentence, the cleaner is the subject, and is the performer of the action. But in the second sentence, the cleaner is now the recipient of the action, is the receiver of the action. So the verb is acted upon now. The office has been cleaned by the cleaner. Another example, he had written 3 books before 1865. He had written 3 books before 1865. 3 books had been written before 1865. You can do that before because in passive voice, it's not really necessary anymore. So it's now the action. John will tell you later. John will tell you later. John will tell you later. John is the subject here. Tell is the verb in the sentence. And is John performing the action? Yes, in the active voice, John is the performer of the action. You will be told by John later. You will be told by John later. This sentence now is in the passive voice. More exercises on passive voice. More exercises on passive voice. By this time tomorrow, you will assign to. By this time tomorrow, you will assign to. By this time tomorrow, you will assign. Okay? Somebody should do the work. Somebody should do the work. The work should be done by somebody. The work should be done by somebody. The traffic light might have delayed Jimmy. The traffic light might have delayed Jimmy. Jimmy might have been delayed by the traffic light. Jimmy might have been delayed by the traffic light. People speak Portuguese in Brazil. People speak Portuguese in Brazil. In this sentence, the subject here is people. Speak is the verb. So, people here is the performer of the action to speak. The action in this sentence is speak. So, people is the performer of the action to speak. Portuguese is spoken by in Brazil. Portuguese is spoken in Brazil. Everybody loves Mr. John. Everybody loves Mr. Brown. Everybody loves Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown is loved by everybody. Mr. Brown is loved by everybody. More exercises. They are building a new station near. They are building a new stadium near the station. So the subject here is they. And building is the verb in the sentence. A new stadium is being built near the station. A new stadium is being built near the station. So here in the passive voice, the subject is the receiver of the action. A new stadium is being built near the station. Another example, the wolf ate the princess. The wolf ate the princess. The subject here is very clear. The wolf is the subject. The verb here is ate. And the princess is the object, the sentence. The wolf ate the princess. The princess was eaten by the wolf. The princess was eaten by the wolf. So in the first sentence, the princess is the performer of the action. Sorry, the wolf is the performer of the action. The wolf ate the princess. So the wolf is the performer of the action. So in the second sentence, the wolf becomes the receiver of the action rather than the performer of the action. At 6 o'clock, someone was telling a story. At 6 o'clock, someone was telling a story. At 6 o'clock, a story was being told. At 6 o'clock, a story was being told. Somebody has drunk all the milk. Somebody has drunk all the milk. All the milk has been drunk by someone. Somebody is subject of the sentence. So somebody else is the subject of the sentence. Why drunk has drunk now is the verb. Drunk is the verb of the sentence. So somebody is the performer of the action in the sentence. All the milk has been drunk by somebody. In the passive voice, somebody now is the receiver of the action. Somebody is the recipient of the action. I had cleaned all the windows before the storm. I had cleaned all the windows before the storm. I had cleaned all the windows before the storm. I is the subject of that sentence. Cleaned is the verb. I had cleaned all the windows before the storm. All the windows had been cleaned before the storm. All the windows had been cleaned before the storm. So that's the sentence in the passive voice. Moving on, a workman will repair the computer tomorrow. A workman will repair the computer tomorrow. The computer will be repaired tomorrow by the workman. The computer will be repaired tomorrow by the workman. A workman here is the subject of the sentence, and this is the doer or the performer of the action. And the verb here is repair. So the computer will be repaired tomorrow by the workman. So the workman now becomes the receiver of the action in the passive voice. By next year, the students will have studied the passive. By next year, the passive will have been studied by the students. James might cook dinner. James might cook dinner. So James here is the subject, cook is the verb of the sentence, and dinner is the object of the sentence. So James is the performer of the action, cook. Dinner might be cooked by James. Dinner might be cooked by James. So James becomes the receiver of the action in the passive voice. Somebody must have taken my wallet. Somebody must have taken my wallet. My wallet must have been taken, you can say by somebody or leave, because in the passive voice, that I said before, the subject is not really important. Somebody must have taken my wallet. My wallet must have been taken by somebody. He gave me the book. He gave me the book. The book was given to me by him. He gave me the book. The book was given to me by him. He is the subject in the active voice. Gave is the verb in the active voice. And the book is the object in the active voice. The book was given to me by him. So he by him now is the subject, which is acting as the receiver of the action in the passive voice. Okay? I'll go back again, a quick recap of it. So this is the end of this class. I want to thank you for listening, and please go back to your notes, copy your notes, and do the next book. Okay? Please don't think too much. Attend to assignments and do the needful. I look forward to doing this again. Keep staying safe, and bye for now.